Understanding the Transfer Credit Report. Students who have college-level transfer coursework, test scores from Advanced Placement, AP, International Baccalaureate, IB, or College-Level Examination Program, CLEP, should look at their transfer credit report to see what has transferred in and how it will apply towards their degrees at SF State. Official transcripts and/or test scores must be sent to the Undergraduate Admissions and Recruitment Office at SF State for evaluation. Once your transfer work is reviewed and processed, you will receive an email notification that the coursework is posted and your transfer credit report is updated. Let's walk through how you get to your transfer credit report and how you interpret it. First, log into your Student Center. It should look something like this. On the left side under Academics, click on the Other Academic drop-down menu, select Transfer Credit Report, and then click on the double arrow button. The first thing you'll notice is the summary of external units. There are two parts to this. On the left side is a summary of any units that have been evaluated and processed by SF State. It's a quick summary without detailed information. If you have college credits from a community college or university, it would show in the transfer credit box with the institution name, the number of units transferred from that institution, and your GPA for that coursework. In this example, you can see Gina transferred in 6 units of credit from City College of San Francisco and earned a 3.5 GPA through those 6 units. If she had additional coursework from other colleges or universities, they would have been listed right below that. The test credit box will include units earned from AP, IB, and/or CLEP exams. In this example, Gina earned 6 units from AP exams. Lastly, there is a box for other credit. This is where we post other credits that apply to your degree, but that do not fall into the college credit or test credit categories. The most common example of this would be military credit. Having this quick summary isn't very useful without seeing how these credits apply towards your degree. To understand the details, we will use the legend information on the right half of the summary of external units. First, let's scroll down to the details of external units. This section, like the quick summary, shows details of the transfer credit, the test credit, and other credit. Let's start with the transfer credit section and click on the Show All Columns arrow to see all of the details of the coursework that transferred in. When you do this, you will learn more about how each course is applied at SF State. I'm going to highlight some of the columns and most important information you want to pay attention to. From your previous institution, it will list the school name, when you took the course, the department and course number, how many units the course was worth, and the grade you earned in the course. The next columns of information are the most important. It shows you the equivalency at SF State. If you look at the legend, you'll see that 50 NTR means non-transferable. This means that any course with 50 NTR cannot be applied to your degree at SF State. 100 TR means a lower division transferable course, and 300 TR means an upper division transferable course. If a department is associated, specify the department, otherwise the credits are general transferable units. If a department is associated, it'll specify the department, otherwise the credits are general transferable units. If the SF State course indicates a department and number other than 50 NTR, 100 TR, or 300 TR, it means the course is articulated as a direct one-to-one equivalent of an SF State course. In this example, Econ 1 is articulated as SF State's Econ 100, whereas Hist 1 came in as Hist 100 TR, which means lower division history units. The other important columns to look at are requirement designation and repeat codes. The requirement designation is the specific GE or university requirement the course satisfies. In this case, Hist 1 taken from City College of San Francisco, transferred as Hist 100 TR, and satisfies lower division GE Area C2 or lower division GE Area D in the U.S. history requirement. Econ 1 from City College of San Francisco, articulated as Econ 100, Intro to Macroeconomic Analysis, at SF State, and also satisfies the lower division GE Area D. If you have repeated any of your transfer work, notations will be in the repeat code column indicating which courses are repeated with the units included or excluded from the transfer totals, or which courses received academic renewal. As you look at this list of transfer credit, you should be able to verify what has posted to your SF state records and how they are applied to your SF state university requirements. Just like the transfer credit section, you can do the same thing with test credits and other credit by expanding the columns again and then viewing the details and the requirement designations if applicable. One thing that is different with test credits is that the requirement designation is often blank. However, that doesn't necessarily mean they don't qualify for any requirements. Instead, you'll want to carefully check the SF State Bulletin for the academic year you took the test to make sure your test credits are applying towards the proper requirements in your degree progress report. Whether you have college transfer credits, credits from test scores, or any other kind of transfer credit, you should return to the transfer credit report to verify that all of the units have transferred and to see how they are applying to your degree. The credits posted to your transfer credit report will populate into your degree progress report, which you will use to verify all of your degree requirements for graduation.